This conference will now be recorded.
All right, as always, everything that we're going to be talking about is for educational purposes only, and nothing is intended as any type of investment advice. So, overall, an absolutely phenomenal Monday. We had some just really, really great trades that came into the open, especially, and really kind of continued all the way until about 11 o'clock. Really, exactly how we would expect the volume to be, on a normal day. I know everything's been a little bit crazy out there, as of the past few months, but today just absolutely phenomenal. So first thing looking at is this PDD. So we know we had that beautiful selling that came in this morning during the pre-market, but then as we came into the open, I mean, it was just absolutely perfect trigger towards that downside. Now, one thing that we know for sure is that we have huge selling here at that 20 level. If you didn't see it, I did post it in the chat. If you go back and just search the PDD, you'll be able to see the actual prints themselves, but then it just made another beautiful trade off that 20 to the long side. Probably one of the easiest dollars you'll ever be able to make on a trade. Now, we popped up a little bit, and we can see we hit that orb line. We ended up coming back down, but on the second time up, we definitely are getting some riders coming in at that 21 level. That shows us that the stock definitely does want to come up a little bit more before we're going to see this thing end up breaking below that 20. Now, that 20, remember, is going to be a psychological level. It is not going to be easy. And remember, PDD is not, I have no idea what it is, but it's not an everyday trading stock. So what's going to end up happening is more than likely tomorrow we're going to end up seeing it kind of come back to reality. And it is going to take a little bit longer than than what we would see today to be able to break underneath that 20, just based off of having that range of $1.15. So certainly something for us to be watching this afternoon. I am going to keep it on our list. The volume isn't as great as I would like it to be right now, but that's pretty much almost anything that we were going to be looking at. So I'm going to still be keeping our eyes on this, especially you can see things are starting to pick up a little bit. You can see the big volume that's starting to come into here. We're right here, 200,000 shares coming in. Mostly based off of those bigger prints that we saw coming. But like I said, above 21 a bit before we would be expecting this thing to come back underneath that 20. Next thing we had on our list was OTOK. Now, OTOK, beautiful move coming into the morning. And, we did get some buying that was over that 3 level. It is holding pretty well above that 250 and in this little bit of a consolidation, but it's starting to look pretty bearish. So, unfortunately, not really much that we're going to be able to do with that unless something has come out of nowhere. But I doubt that's going to be the case. We have S, which I barely looked at all, just not a big mover, 41 cents today. Way better things for us to be looking at. We had T-Mobile, which similar deal, but because of the fact that it had such a bigger range, made for way better trading coming in. We ended up getting, after we had those bid prints that came back, those S prints that came in at that 80 level, we ended up getting a beautiful trigger, pushing this thing back down from a trade, and then coming right back up after not being able to hit 78, hitting that orb line, and then triggering back towards that upside. So a few beautiful trades that came into T-Mobile as well. And then Tesla. Now, Tesla is an interesting one. We have beautiful selling that's at that 200 level and then underneath that 200 level. And when I say beautiful selling, remember, the orders are very thin. Tesla is not one of those stocks that prints a ton at each individual level. But coming in, we can see at that 205. Let me show my other screen. Let me just go back for a second. But we do have a print at 205.50. I know 205, we do have a few ask prints that came in also that was followed by a bid print. So we kind of got that short-term push back up before we're going to end up seeing it come back down, pull back underneath. But looking like we definitely have some room above that 205 based off of what we saw before. We're going to end up coming underneath, back underneath that 200 level. Remember, Tesla trades $8.95 a day. So a pull up on this isn't going to be $1, isn't going to be $2. You're going to see really extended moves based off of the prints that you see. And even like, for instance, 2 prints or, 3 prints. I know 4 is our number, but in a stock like this, it's almost like a TLRY. What's going to happen is off 2 prints, you're going to see a big reaction from it. So just keep that in mind about its personality as we're trading it over these next few days, because I have a feeling we're going to be trading this a lot more based off of the price that we see going on out there. I am going to keep it on our list as well for the afternoon, because it's sitting at that 205 level. Remember, 205 is not a level we want to be involved in. Not the best spot for us to be trading in unless we're going based off of a pull-up. We really want to find something as a trigger coming underneath it and kind of get away from there, because we know for a fact that we're going to have market makers that are sitting back out there. And then the rest is pretty much just our everyday stocks. I went over our scanners. I don't see anything else out there that really jumps out at us or really has any type of trading volume itself. BABA is another one. We have some nice selling that's coming into BABA. I haven't really seen a trade in quite some time. It's down to 20,000 shares a minute, which is not good, but you can see a lot of what we're getting is very consolidated trading. It's not as smooth as we would like to see it. Now, don't get me wrong, the moves are nice, the actual movement, but the way it's moving is just very consolidated, and it just makes for a lot, a lot higher of a chance of being able to get shaken out from those. But definitely going to be watching though that as well as we come into the afternoon. And the rest, like I said, is kind of just kind of low volume. I mean, Apple 25,000 shares, even Baba 23,000 shares, Facebook 9,000 shares per minute. So we're definitely into some very, very low volume. So we're going to have to see anything pick up in order to really get any type of trades this afternoon. Now, anything else out there that I missed? Anything else we see going on? It looks like we're going to be pretty much following exactly what we've been following through this morning. I don't see anything new out there. Anything else out there that I missed? Nope. All right. So let's. I'm going to hop back into the chat. Let's get ready for our afternoon. Hopefully, we'll start to get a little bit more volume coming in. Remember, just again, Traders Exchange tomorrow at 12:30. So any questions and topics, let's make sure we send them over to te@atc.trade. All right, guys. See everyone in the chat and happy trading.